What's up, everybody? Today is Tuesday. Trump had court today. Just want to give a quick little update on what happened today before we get into what led up till today. For this episode, we have I've cited BBC, Associated Press, Newsweek, Washington Post, Fox News, getting a little bit of everything here. But for today, outside the courthouse, there were protests for both sides, signs that said lock him up, signs that said God bless Trump. This information right here is from Fox News. So Miami Mayor Francis Suarez was heckled outside the courthouse. People were calling him a member of the deep state. People were calling him a swamp monster. And he is a registered Republican, which is kind of weird, but there's definitely some division within the Republican ranks about all this. Trump sat in the courthouse with his arms folded for the most part. There was no eye contact really with the other side, between Trump's team and the other side. No surprise there. Trump was mainly talking to his lawyers occasionally. Magistrate Judge Goodman never really spoke to him directly, but Judge Goodman did ask both sides if they agreed to waive the reading of the indictment, so things moved on pretty quickly because they didn't have to go through all of that. Most of the arguments from both sides were about Trump not speaking to the witnesses. He was ordered not to speak to Nauta directly and not to speak to any other witnesses in the case, which is pretty standard for a federal case. Obviously, they don't want the witnesses all coming up with the same story, so to speak. And once again, he was indicted on 37 charges. This is from Fox News. The indictment accuses Trump of failing to comply with demands to return classified documents, including plans for a retaliatory attack on an unnamed foreign power. Other documents include defense and weapons capabilities of the United States and details of the U.S. nuclear program. After court, Trump stopped at Versailles Cuban restaurant, pretty awesome, where he was greeted by religious leaders and supporters who prayed with him. He also ordered some pastries, food for everyone, he said. So the crowd sang happy birthday to him because his birthday is tomorrow. But needless to say, that Versailles Cuban restaurant is going to be pretty popular, pretty famous, I think, moving forward. So that's where we are as of today, Tuesday. Let's get on with the show. Oh yeah, he pleaded not guilty. We knew that, right? Right. You can find links to all our shows at arcanemediallc.com. That's arkanemediallc.com. Now let's get started. And now, recording from beautiful and sexy Miami, with your hosts, Seth and Laz and Research Lucas. It's because we said so. Yep, that's right. It's because we said so. We got Seth. Oh, we're not even changing cameras here. We got Seth in mic 1. We got Laz in mic 2. We got Lucas in mic 3.
Hey.
There he is. Hey. And we have Antoine, Flyboy himself, back in mic 4. In fact, Laz, you were like, hey, wouldn't it be nice if we had Antoine? We were talking about the plane crash, Yeah. So we'll discuss that real briefly at the end of the show when we do our updates. But it's nice to have you back. So welcome back. Really appreciate it.
It's good to be back.
Also appreciate the fact that I'll go on, that you're wearing the BWSS shirt. I mean, what's up, bro?
Like, where did you find it?
Yeah, seriously.
Like, I don't even know where mine
It's
is.
like at the bottom of my shirt.
Yeah, I'm just like way bottom.
But
probably
I know where it is.
It absorbed all the the cedar smell from his bureau or whatever. So we hail from Miami. You can get us on our website at BWSS. I keep saying BWSS. You can go to BWSSpodcast.com, but arcanemediallc.com is where we have all of our shows. Twitter is at BWSS Podcast. YouTube is at Because We Said So.
Subscribe.
Yeah, please do.
Subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe. We actually get a couple subscriptions.
I got a couple of people that subscribed this week.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Nice. We appreciate that.
I have some shout outs.
We'll clap that up. Absolutely. So email is at Seth@arcanemediallc.com. That's RKAME. That's me. We record everything at Arcane Studios. You can watch all of our shows on YouTube. Listen wherever you want. Spotify, Amazon, iTunes. I listen on CastBox. By the way, I code the show. So those of you watching, if you don't want to watch us like in our banter, you want to go straight to the important stuff that you feel is important. If you're on YouTube, you can just go ahead and click the show is coded. You can go straight to what you're looking for. All the music is by The Unsilenced, and you can check out our sister show.
Glasses Corner.
Oh, not that one. Your Inner Buddha.
I have a whole show nobody knows about. Seth, what's wrong with you?
Jeez. So Your Inner Buddha, it's, it's a little self-help. It's spiritual, nice little journey, talking about things to just improve your life, And everything, all the shows, all the music, everything is RK Media LLC. We release weekly when I get the editing done. Try to get it out by Tuesday, if not on Wednesdays. And please, share and tell your friends. This is episode 105, The Classified Files, Trump Indictment. So we got quick news, WTF news, Laz's Corner Positivity. We'll do it again. We got some beef. We got some asshole. And I think we're just going to jump right in.
It's time for quick news.
This is for Zaim. He thinks we should just jump in. All right, Lucas, I'm going to have you go first. So what you got, I-95 in Philly?
Yeah, so the I-95, forget which section of it is, and he actually caught me off guard on that because I thought we were just going to kind of glaze over. But from what I remember, without having the article, was a fuel tanker that was pretty much full, caught on fire, and collapsed a bridge.
Yeah.
Demolition of it's going to take
so it caught on fire underneath the bridge.
Yeah, caught on fire underneath the bridge, and took a little while to do, which I actually watched a video of several people driving over top of it.
So I did too.
And one of them,
it was dipping down, right?
Yeah, 11 minutes later, after one of the videos, the bridge collapsed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So wait, they didn't stop them from driving? Before?
No, they only stopped when the bridge collapsed. Welcome to Philadelphia. And actually, breaking news as of today, they found a body. It originally was no death,
the
no
merchant
injury,
of death.
They did find
here he is.
They actually found somebody today.
Yeah. Wow. So this tanker just caught on fire underneath, bunch of fuel, melted the metal, and it's not like a bridge. It's like an overpass, So it's I-95, I-15. If you're in Vegas, I-25. I think if you're in Colorado, just think or I-10, I-20, I-80, any of the major highways.
Going over another highway.
Yeah, any one of those major interstates, it's going over another highway, and you have that little baby bridge or whatever that collapsed. But here's the thing: there is no traffic northbound or southbound on I-95 in Philadelphia, like right outside the airport. So could you imagine if go ahead?
They can still get. I believe they could still get one traffic or one, obviously the opposite through, but not the other.
Are you sure?
They're probably going to split it.
You can look. Oops.
Research Lucas.
I think you should look that up because I'm almost positive in a situation like that, they wouldn't take the chance of the other one. I heard it was shut on both sides, but either way, could you imagine, like anybody who lives in a major city, could you imagine your main interstate shut? Imagine like I-95 down here.
That's it. It's a wrap.
Done. Done. Like people can't
we can't take Collins or Biscayne.
No.
Like everyone.
Hell no. You're done. Like
the city's shut down.
Bro, people are gonna have to leave like an hour early just to get to work.
Oh, we're gonna go. Antoine's gonna fly us.
What's that, Antoine?
I thought kerosene couldn't melt metal.
I don't know if it was kerosene.
It doesn't melt. No. It doesn't melt, but it does soften it. If you're trying to make a 9/11 reference,
a little bit. Was it You said it was kerosene?
Yeah, it was just. It was a fuel type joke.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but either way.
Subject.
Oh, I see. All right.
Yeah,
all right.
It doesn't melt. It does soften.
Fair enough. So yeah, I-95 right now is shut down in Philly. They're saying it could take months to get back. Yeah, bro.
Fuck that,
bro.
Yeah, which
they could clear it up
here.
That's
cleared up in what? Like rebuild it real fast? Like
the overpass part.
The Japanese could.
Well, the Chinese could.
Japanese, Chinese, they take days to fix a massive sinkhole.
Yeah. But here's the thing, like here in America, there's, they got to do an investigation first to find out what happened, and then they got to inspect everything to make sure that the fixes they want to make are going to be good enough. Here we go. How long do we think before I-95, is it north or southbound research?
Research or back to normal?
People are going to be driving over it.
It's real quick. It's northbound.
Northbound. All right. So how long before northbound? What do you think? How many?
I'm saying 3 months.
3 months?
No way. A month, 2 months.
Month, 2 months? Lucas?
Months.
Months? Like what's months, bro?
10.
10?
Wow.
What? Not to repair the overpass, just for them to be able to drive through whatever it fell on.
So the tanker was on the road underneath it.
Correct.
Yeah. It misjudged the turn for the exit and hit and caught fire.
So a spark or something?
Yeah.
Good Lord. All right. Well,
So that's the driver's fault.
It is the driver's fault.
I wonder
He
if his
should
insurance
be
is going to cover
paying
it.
for all that.
Well, his insurance. That's
So
a lot of insurance.
1989, Santa Monica earthquake.
Okay, we have to move on. This is literally, I told Lucas this should be a 1 minute
Quick
conversation. Yeah, quick news, not like the whole fucking show. All right, Matt
a lot of fucking today,
Spittlenick
Seth.
and Dave Sherwood, Reuters. China has reached it because it's I-95 collapse. Like this is like turning into like War and Peace over here.
It's serious.
Like pretty soon we're gonna like be having engineers come on to like break out their protractors and give us a structural
move on,
force.
Seth. Let's move on.
Thank you, Matt Spittlenick and David Sherwood from Reuters. China has reached a secret deal with Cuba to establish an electronic eavesdropping facility on the island roughly 100 miles from Florida in Cuba. The Wall Street Journal said on Thursday, but in U.S. and Cuban governments cast strong doubt on the report. Such spy installation would allow Beijing to gather electronic communications from southeastern U.S., which houses many U.S. military bases, as well as monitor ship traffic. The newspaper reported, citing U.S. officials familiar with classified intelligence. U.S. Central Command headquarters is based in Tampa. Fort Liberty, formerly Fort Bragg, the largest U.S. military base, is in North Carolina. The countries have reached an agreement in principle, the officials said, with China to pay Cuba several billion dollars to allow eavesdropping station, according to the Wall Street Journal. We've seen the report. This is not accurate, John Kirby, spokesperson for the White House National Security Council, said to Reuters, but he did not specify what he thought was incorrect. So the Vice Foreign Minister Carlos Fernandez de Cosio dismissed the report as totally mendacious and unfounded, calling it U.S. fabrication meant to justify Washington's decades-old economic embargo against the world. And of course, the Chinese embassy said, "We are not aware of the case, and as a result, we cannot commit or comment."
I don't know if you could do that.
I can do that.
I don't know.
Close enough. So, but here's the thing. So they got this supposedly setting up a spying spot on Cuba 100 miles away from maybe
supposedly, right?
But we have spying stations in Taiwan about 100 miles from China.
We just talked about this last week.
Eye for an eye.
Like,
Yeah, that's still pretty scary, though.
Yeah.
now it's scaring us. But last week we were talking about the same thing with the ships being like so close to China and they're doing like their little flybys.
Yeah.
They're playing chicken with each other. And
Yeah,
shit.
and now
for sure.
China's over here and everybody's panicking, right?
Pretty
For
much.
a hypothetical or supposedly they're building something in Cuba.
Why can't we just like be friends with Cuba, end the damn embargo already? Like actually Obama did it. People were allowed to go over there. What's that, Lucas?
I thought they
say
banned it.
Again. Well, yeah, exactly.
We're allowed to go there.
Yeah, but you can if you can't just go. You have to have like some sort of cultural like whatever, but just get over it already. Cuz look what's happened. Now China's going to come in and I actually have it written. Sooner or later we're going to talk about China and their nation debting, and what they're doing is giving money to these companies that can't possibly pay it back. So they're saying, okay, you can't pay it back. Well, we're going to take over this port.
Here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they were trying to do that with Haiti as well.
The Silk Road again.
Exactly. So now they're doing it with fucking Cuba.
Hey, they need the money.
Yeah, well, you know what? The United States should give them the money and say, yo, keep China out of this shit.
Yeah, that's not happening.
No, of course not. All right, so we're moving right along because we have a lot to cover.
It's time for...
Wait a minute. What the fuck? It's WTF News. Lucas, did I catch you off guard?
No, not really.
Okay, darn.
All right, so it's WTF, or kind of say what the fuck, because does that count as my one F word?
Sure, your one F bomb.
Nah,
I've had a lot of F bombs today.
I don't know what's up with you today, bro.
Yeah.
But
no, because
if it's
95 is not supposed to take 10 years.
Yes, it is.
3 months.
All right, so
we have a lot to talk about Trump. Sorry, Lucas, go ahead.
So this comes on the
comes on
the back of the horse racing.
Got him.
What I miss? All I heard was
comes on
and then
right in the middle of my sip of tea.
And then somebody came in Seth's throat.
Oh my
No,
god.
no, no. All I heard,
Asking
all
you
I
shall
heard was,
receive.
And then he
all I
choked
heard
on
was-
it.
Okay.
all I heard
right.
was Laz say "come" and Seth
Comes on
start
and on.
coughing.
Yeah, he caught me right in the middle of my tea. All right. Anyway, yeah, Lucas has a personal WTF. I was like, all right, go for
No,
it.
no, no, no,
Okay.
no,
No. Okay.
no. There's something different.
Okay.
Oh God.
So this actually comes on the back of the horses that were
Comes on
dying.
the back. You're not helping yourself, Lucas.
Hey, you choked on it.
I did choke on it. That's true.
Fuck.
A little bit went up my nose. Just saying.
Came out
I
of your
thought you'd be
nose.
better at it by now.
Seriously, lots of practice. All right, Lucas. Sorry. Go ahead.
All right, so this comes after the stories of the horses that were dying in the horse races.
Sure.
Or not in, but during.
Yes. There's
But
like 11 or
Arl-
12 of them or something.
Horses?
Yeah.
No, it's more than
The horse
thought it
race,
was
the
more than
Preakness, Belmont, like
Yeah.
13, 14 horses died in the last month.
They're all
it's
addicted
insane.
to ketamine.
Could be.
So, Arlington National Cemetery has suspended horse-drawn caissons, which would carry the bodies of the fallen to their resting places.
Okay.
They have suspended it until June of next year because of the health of the horses.
So
What bodies?
The soldiers.
The-
National,
the
yeah, it's
veterans.
national, Arlington Cemetery is like soldiers. That's where they're buried.
Yeah.
Wait a
So
minute.
they-
So because what? Because the horses can't pull them anymore?
Can't pull them, bad training. They need to go to physical therapy, both running, walking. There's a whole bunch of things that they need to just straight suspend
So
the case
I mean,
on.
send those,
pulling of
the horses usually
Make
transport
glue out
the
of
bodies, correct?
Yeah, there you
Get
go.
new horses.
Do they still make glue out of horses?
I don't know.
So
Yeah, they do.
Do they? Okay. I was
the
gonna
horses
say-
are transporting the bodies and they can't bring them to the cemetery anymore.
Yeah,
Cemetery.
they're the cemetery.
Cemetery.
So they're basically
Even-
the horses are no longer allowed to pull the
No.
bodies.
That's a lame excuse. Like there's
So who's pulling
horses, cattle
them? They're
ranches.
using hearses?
Versus
Yeah,
for now,
sure.
but it's a military tradition that traces back hundreds of years to the point of if a horse came back with boots that were backwards in the stirrups, the rider had fallen and died in battle,
Okay.
dating back centuries.
Nice little.
And that's pretty much the only thing that's allowed currently with Arlington.
Okay. Well.
I mean, government's got money. Just get new horses.
Yeah, figure it out.
Yeah.
Can't be that bad.
Well, if you're gonna like do that, then how about all the horses that like?
There's horses in New York
pulling-
City
Yeah, New
with
York
cops
pulling
on 'em,
carriages,
fully trained.
There's horses down here with cops.
Exactly.
I got something to say.
Go
What
ahead.
the fuck is that? What the fuck news, bro?
Yeah, it's all right.
Whack
It's all right.
news.
They can't all be winners. Yeah, maybe you should have
No,
gone with the
it's-
personal one. Yeah, but Lucas, like anything military related, bro,
Well, no, it's
they come on the back of
Of horses.
A lot of
of horses. Yeah.
the horse came
Lord.
so much it died.
Good Lord. All right. Well, not the greatest WTF news, but you know what, bro? The next one can't be any worse. So I guess it can only go up from
It could
here.
be.
It could be. All right. We're going to jump
honestly,
in.
it was slow for WTF news. I did not see shit for the last week.
I'm sure. Well, I have a feeling that, you probably didn't spend that much time looking because we know how your extracurricular time isn't spent.
Just spent sleeping.
Yeah, but that's all right, bro. It's all right. So we're gonna do shout outs, and then we're actually gonna start the Trump thing because we have a lot of Trump information. So I want to get some of it on this side, this half of the program, and then we're gonna pick it up after that. But anyway, Laz, you said you had some shout outs over there?
Yeah. Shout out to the cousin groups. I did shout out on them last week. Shout out to Nate because he's finally listening, my brother.
Nice. Nice. We like that.
My cousin Lourdes is subscribing. So shout out to you, Lourdes. So everybody's like listening. I'm just happy that you guys are finally listening. Bunch of
Yeah.
losers.
We have a podcast, by the way, since 2016.
I'll shout you out if you just listen and talk to me.
Yeah. That includes all you boys out there for Laz.
There we go.
Lucas, any shout outs out there? I want to shout out Lucas's WTF news. Good
you
Lord.
dickhead. Shout out me for taking my first vacation
Oh, fire.
Nice.
What do you mean
Nice.
Where you
Never.
going?
home.
Yeah. Staycation. Could you imagine Lucas going to like Europe or something? That would be like,
That would be great.
yeah, it would never happen.
Lucas in Europe. I want to go to Europe.
He would go if I win, but imagine Lucas saying, "Hey, I'm just going to go to Europe, guys." That would be
If
hilarious.
you guys go, I'll come for a couple of days.
Probably go see if there's horses fucking carrying
Yeah.
dead bodies of soldiers.
Come
in
back.
Normandy.
It's like, hey, they're allowing it in Europe. Why not here, guys?
We might go to Bali in October.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
with Lucas.
Where's Bali?
Indonesia.
Bali.
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 Watch out for the lady
Bali.
men.
Yeah, we say Bali. I think
No, they're very
B-A-L-L-Y.
conservative, actually.
Yeah, they're Muslim,
Half of it.
predominantly Muslim.
Yeah.
I don't
So
know.
they're for the
No,
most
there's
part
half Buddhist and half
But-
Muslim.
Ah,
But they're very
Buddhist.
conservative.
Buddhist fire.
That's me.
Shout out to the Bali Buddhists.
Did you know I'm a Buddhist now? I forgot to tell you that
Oh,
part.
yeah?
Yeah, there's my altars
Certificate?
right there. Yeah.
He's
What do you
he's
gotta
become
do?
like
It's
a
not a
vegan.
certificate. It's like
Certified.
Hohenson. What's that, Lucas? I'm sure it was funny. Let's hear it.
Antoine, he's become a vegan about it. He has to tell everyone.
I only
it's part
told,
of the
I
certification.
didn't tell him. He actually said Buddhist, so I was like, "Hey, I'm a Buddhist now." Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have told him. So there. All right, Lucas. So what do you do, Antoine?
Yeah.
Any shout outs over there?
Yeah, shout out to my sister.
Menon.
Shout out to
Hi,
my
Manon.
nephew,
What's
Martin.
up?
Shout out to my girlfriend, Brittany.
Aw.
Oh wait,
My
didn't
mom,
you
my
have her
dad.
on the show? Didn't wasn't she like? Yeah, you talked to her like last time you were on here. Didn't you talk to her?
Yeah, she was listening because I have
That's
my
right.
phone on.
Hey,
And
Brittany.
she was just listening to the conversation.
Welcome back.
She's
That's-
not listening now, but when it
course.
comes out, she
Obviously.
will be. But
Yeah, for sure. We're actually gonna go live soon. I've been looking into it.
Really?
Yeah.
She was asking me, she's like, "Oh, if it's live, I'll totally watch."
Yeah, I think we're gonna give it a shot. I'm reticent because it's live.
Yeah,
You
some
know?
F-bomb.
That
Definitely,
changes
we're gonna
things.
definitely have to like we're gonna go live in 3 weeks, so we can tell everybody.
Yeah, we're doing. It's not as difficult. It's not that difficult. I really just have to connect it to YouTube and press record or press stream and whatever. So
Live.
yeah, well, Facebook, God,
Oh, we'll do everything. I'll Facebook Live while it's live on your end.
live. No, it'll be on YouTube. I think we could do it. I think we're worth it. So all right, we're gonna go ahead and jump into the Trump thing. I'm really just gonna go into like the original indictment.
All 37
you know,
counts.
Well, I mean, not all the counts, but just the original information. Then we're going to take a break. We'll come back, talk about some of the evidence that they have. We're going to talk about how Biden and Pence's classified docs situation plays in. We're also going to talk about Hillary Clinton and like what happened with her because, well, Hillary Clinton and this and that and blah, blah, blah.
Those emails.
We're going to talk about the smoking gun against Trump and some of the Republican backlash. So we have a lot to go over, which is why I want to jump into it now. But let's go for it. So the Trump classified files indictment. So just so everyone knows, under the Presidential Records Act, White House records are supposed to go to the National Archives once the administration ends, and then the National Archives, they store them securely. All the records, who you talk to, email correspondence, all that, and it gets stored in the records, out of public view, basically so classified shit doesn't get out there. So Jude Sheeran and Rebecca Seals from BBC, former President Donald Trump has been charged with mishandling hundreds of classified documents, including about U.S. nuclear secrets and military plans. The 37-count indictment accuses him of keeping files at his Florida estate and lying to investigators. It alleges that he tried to obstruct the investigation into handling of the documents. Mr. Trump denies any wrongdoing, but legal experts say that the criminal charges against Mr. Trump could lead to substantial prison time if he's convicted. They're saying up to 400 years.
Whoa.
Yeah, if it's everything, nobody ever gets the maximum sentence, but if they get him for everything, up to 400
He's
years.
like
So you don't know
he's like
how
75
classified-
now, so
yeah.
You don't know how
20 years would be
classified those things are, though. Like,
I mean, some of them are considered top
bro,
secret.
locations of nuclear power plants.
that's what I'm saying.
nuclear weapons.
And he's talking
I
to
feel
the
like
Russians and shit.
400 years is good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, he's not going to do the 400 years.
So charges have also been filed against Walt Nauta, personal aid to. Let's show everyone the beer you're drinking. Let's see. He's opening up a beer. Let's see it, everyone.
Oh, God.
Show the whole world what you're
It's a
drinking.
oldie but a goodie.
Bud Light, ladies and gentlemen, matches the background. And why did you get it, by the way?
It was on sale.
So how much was it? Because I know they're doing like a big sale. Sorry, a little sidebar, folks.
I don't know if it was 18 or 24.
For like a 30 pack or 20 for a case.
I think it was 24.
Sure.
No, I'm saying I don't know if it was an 18 pack or 24 pack.
You pay like
It was a
50 cents a
24
beer,
pack.
bro.
Yeah, it's cheap. They're
was like
doing it.
$26.
So Mr. Nauta, he's a former White House military valet, is accused of moving files to hide them from the FBI. He moved approximately 64 boxes to Trump's residence at Trump's request, according to the indictment, and lied to the FBI about him.
That's a felony right there.
Pretty much.
Is it a felony to lie to law enforcement?
Oh,
I don't believe
goodness.
so.
Great,
Not to the
especially the FBI.
It's not illegal to lie to the police. You could lie to the police if you want all the time.
You can lie. You can't lie to the FBI though. I'm sure.
Why
they make
not?
you-
Why-
Lucas
What are you talking about?
is lying to the
probably not a
FBI
felony,
felony.
Not
Yeesh.
lying to law enforcement is not illegal.
We're not talking law enforcement. We're talking the FBI.
FBI
Before
is not
I Google
considered
this-
law enforcement.
Go ahead, Lucas.
Before I Google this, if I go missing, it's because of you fucks.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay?
The 49-page indictment claims Trump stored boxes containing information about United States nuclear programs, defense and weapons capabilities of both the United States and foreign countries, potential vulnerabilities to the United States and its allies to military attack. What the hell does he have? I wanted to say the F-bomb, trying to tone it back because I used all my F-bomb credits. But what the hell does he even have those for? And then plans for possible retaliation
I
in
know what he
response
has
to
those
foreign
for.
attack. To sell them.
Yeah, of course.
Like,
He's
I mean,
like, oh, what are you going to do to me? I'm just going to sell these.
bro,
'cause
it's
I'm broke.
bad. Prosecutors say that when Mr. Trump left office, he took about 300 classified files. And it's not like a classified piece of paper. Some of these files are like 2 inches thick. Files to Mar-a-Lago, which is his oceanfront place in Palm Beach, which is also a private members club. Charges sheets notes that Mar-a-Lago hosted events for tens of thousands of members and guests, including in a ballroom where documents were found. Prosecutors say that Mr. Trump tried to obstruct the FBI inquiry into the missing documents by suggesting that his lawyer hide or destroy them or tell investigators he did not have them. Wouldn't it be better if we just told them we don't have anything here? Mr. Trump said to one of his attorneys, according to the indictment. Some files were reportedly stored in a bathroom, a shower, an office space, and in Mr. Bedroom's.
Yeah, they were finding shit
What
in
did
the
he think
toilets.
was going to go on? What did
I
he
saw-
think was going to happen?
What's that,
I
Lucas?
saw memes about the bathroom.
I'm sure you did, but like, why?
But I have answers.
Why you have answers?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead.
Lying to the police about a crime can lead to charges of obstruction of justice. Doesn't say what it is for that.
They
But
can't
intentionally
say.
making false statements or concealing material fact to a federal agent or investigator is a federal crime, punishable by up to 5 years in prison
Boom.
and a fine up to $250,000.
So it's federal, right?
yeah, to an FBI agent.
Thank you very much.
I don't believe it.
You're welcome, bitch.
God, love sound
He was saying
effects.
he said to thank you very much because of me, but not because of you. I
So
still don't
here's the
believe it.
thing. Why does he have all these? Why does he have the ones that he has? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Why doesn't he have the alien documents? That's what I
boxes?
want to know.
Well, I know.
We don't know
That's-
what
That's
he
the
has,
ones we
though.
should have had.
He could have sold those to the Inquirer. Boxes.
We
I
try to
have
raid
pictures. I'm
Area
going to
51.
put up boxes and boxes and boxes of these files. Do you think like, and he had them out. Like he had them out. He's showing
In
to
the
people.
ballroom, he's like, check this out.
So here's the thing. Do you think he was doing it like to show off? Like why he had them out for
sure.
people to see? Look what I have. Like, I just don't get it. Special counsel Jack Smith, who is overseeing the investigation, said on Friday that laws protecting national defense information were critical and must be enforced. In a social media post, Mr. Trump blasted Mr. Smith as a deranged lunatic. He's a Trump hater and a deranged psycho that shouldn't be involved in any case having to do with justice.
It's a witch hunt.
He wrote on his Truth Social platform. So this is hilarious. Trump's attorney, Jim Trusty, said Trump is ready for battle. He's a fighter, and he's going to come out swinging, and he'll be fine. Trusty said that he's not afraid of this thing. Hours later, in a shocking turn of events, Trusty and another
He quit.
attorney on the team, John Rowley, resigned from the case,
God.
saying this was a logical moment to resign.
Oh my God, yeah. They probably saw the evidence and it's
Yeah,
like,
they're like,
we're
nah,
fucked.
screw this. There's no, I'm not even going to take your money. I mean, you know, lawyers, they'll take any case, but a case is going to make him
not
look
that
like
type of case.
No, forget it. Forget it. So he's in deep shit. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, but then like, how is this going to tie into him running? Is he gonna be like, well, I can't focus on that because I'm running, and then if he gets elected, it's gonna be like, well,
he can't run
do
if
shit
he's
to me
in
because I'm a
jail.
sitting president.
He can't run if he's in jail.
Can you run if
Well,
you're under?
but the thing is, this case is gonna take a long time, and
can you run if you're indicted?
He's already indicted, though.
He already. Isn't he indicted for the Stormy Daniels payout bullshit?
Yeah, but he settled out of court for that. And then she's going to try to
so
sue
that
him
got
again.
settled?
Yeah, he's trying to sue him again because he called her a bunch of names. So she's trying to get him
No,
for
but
defamation.
it was something like he used campaign funds.
yeah,
for that hush
that's
money
right.
credit.
That's
so
right.
That got
So-
settled.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
What happened to the
So-
New York thing?
He settled
That
with
was
her.
the New York thing.
He settled with her, but you're right. That federal indictment for the campaign funds,
That's
that's
still
still going. Yeah.
So are you
So from
allowed
political?
to run
You
for
can run.
president while you're?
Yeah, absolutely.
No,
Because
They didn't.
No,
they
because-
didn't
Until proven
declare
guilty.
Right. The case isn't over. It's ongoing case.
What's that, Lucas?
From Politico, Trump is not legally prohibited from running for president from prison or as a convicted felon.
Really?
Felon, I could understand. I could
Why?
see that.
Because
As a
he's already been a
convicted felon,
president.
he can still run?
No way.
From prison, he can run.
Oh, my God.
How?
Bro, we
Why?
got to change the laws.
Is it because he was already president, or because
'Cause I'm pretty sure there's a law. A felon can't run for
you
president.
can't run for president if you're a felon?
No, a felon cannot vote for presidency or anything.
But a felon can run for presidency?
Apparently so.
All right, you're going to have to look that up again.
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
That's a
Even-
tough one.
No, that's from Politico.
Well, Politico is pretty well known. Just can a felon run for president? That's all I got to look up. So that's pretty much the indictment. That's what we got. We're going to take our first little break, and we're going to come back with the evidence. Pence versus, and Biden. I keep saying versus Pence, Biden, Hillary Clinton, the smoking gun against Donald Trump, and some of the Republican, backlash and some of their response, which is exactly what you expect it to be. Save Donald Trump. How could they do this? But come on, look at the evidence. So we're going to take our little break, and we'll be back very, very shortly. Boom.
I love you.
Okay.
You should drink Bud Light.
Sunfire, you burn me down to my soul, shining brighter than anyone the world has ever known. Sunfire, you take a piece of me whenever you go. It's like being left out in the cold, all alone. 'Cause I miss the warmth of your flames like you'll never know. You burn me down to my soul. Sunfire, 'cause I miss the warmth of your flames like you'll never know. You burn me down to my soul.
They should
Fucking
have
A.
though.
All right, so we're
Yeah.
back, and we found out, Antoine looked it up. Lucas already told us, but yeah, some felons cannot vote for president, but you can be a felon and be president. That's insane. What the hell is going on there?
It's nuts.
That is nuts. Unbelievable. So, Josh, what's that?
No more traditional voting for the first, as the president voting, when they have the camera.
Yeah,
on
you wouldn't be
front.
able to vote for yourself.
Yeah.
How hilarious is that? Good.
I wonder who they vote for.
Come on, Melania, vote for me.
That's crazy.
Yeah, right. Somebody will have to. So Josh Dawsey and Jacqueline Alemany from the Washington Post. Some of the evidence against Mr. Trump. The 37-count federal indictment of former President Donald Trump, unsealed last Friday, is based on information from a coterie of close aides, household staffers, and lawyers hired to serve Trump in his post-presidency. A secretary, identified in the indictment as Trump employee number 2, told prosecutors that Trump himself had been packing and looking through boxes, contrary to assertions from his own lawyers. A political aide, referred to as the PAC representative in the indictment, told prosecutors that Trump showed him a classified map about a military operation in a foreign country and told him to stand back because of secret documents. So here's this amazing document, but hey, back it up. You can't get too close. What the fuck? Can't stop. You're right. I am fired up
I don't know
today.
what's wrong with you, bro.
I'm fired up today, folks. Other aides' phones were seized, giving prosecutors access to texts, phones, and more. Security footage also was taken from Mar-a-Lago showing the movement of boxes after prosecutors sent the subpoena demanding the return of documents marked classified. So they sent the subpoena, and then there's like video of them moving boxes around to like hide the boxes. Phone records detail calls between Trump and his valet that coincided with the boxes being moved. So remember the military valet we were talking about? So they have texts from him and detailed calls from that guy that coincide timing-wise of him moving the boxes around.
You know what's weird though? He's on constant surveillance on Secret Service, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
why
then,
can't they
like,
snitch?
Yeah, exactly. So like,
Their duty's not to
is it
just
like
protect
has
his
nothing?
life,
This
but,
has
like-
nothing to do with me, like FBI, because I'm sure FBI and Secret Service have to work together for some things.
For sure.
So it's like, oh yeah, we're just watching to make sure he's good. Like I'm pretty sure they had to see the boxes getting moved. Like somebody's in the room. Like,
Well, that's the thing. Like, you have so many people in there. Here's the question that I'm wondering, because they got security footage. You would think that they would delete the security footage, right?
but how are you gonna delete that information? Like a Secret Service person's there all the time. They're
No, but I'm
supposed to be-
saying like Trump in Mar-a-Lago has to have his own security cameras. Wouldn't you think he would delete the footage?
But wouldn't that make it even more suspicious, though?
Sure.
Oh, we
Care
just
about
lost
that.
all
I
the
don't know
data
what
that day.
happened. What happened?
they had to subpoena the security footage, right? They can't just take it.
For sure.
Yeah, but it's the FBI. Wouldn't they be able to like hack in to
They'll
get
find
it?
it.
Like, but you would think that they would. Lucas, can you look this up?
I'm pretty sure they already had access to it somehow.
You know who's got it? The Chinese.
They do have
Cuban
it.
base.
Can you look
They have
up?
those
There's something with him.
it's
like
so funny
the
with
pool.
Chinese and Trump right now. Like,
They emptied out water from his pool and it went into like the server room or something. Can you look that up? I saw that. I didn't add it to
they
this.
emptied the water from the pool to do what?
They emptied water from the pool and ended up in like the security server room or some shit like that.
To be like, oh, the server room flooded.
Yeah,
all the-
exactly. Like it's like for real. So information prosecutors appear to have obtained from one of his lawyers, Cochran, indicated that Trump recently claimed that a lawyer for Hillary Clinton, his 2016 presidential rival, the lawyer for Hillary Clinton took the blame for Clinton's misuse of emails, and Trump allegedly said his lawyer's willingness to do so was a trait that he admired.
That's
So-
why they quit.
Yeah.
They're like, we're not taking
Yeah,
the
we're
fall
not
for
taking the rap
dude.
for you, butt lover. So, so they have video surveillance, they have testimony, they have text messages. I mean, they have everything they pretty much need, not to mention audio recordings, which is the smoking gun we're going to talk about. But they have enough evidence of all this stuff to say, hey, this stuff was here. You obstructed justice. You were holding these when you shouldn't have been. So, I mean, he's in pretty deep doo-doo, I must say. I'm making up for all the
Indictments
F-bombs.
tomorrow, too. Here.
Yeah, tomorrow in
Oh,
Miami.
it's already crazy down there. It took me forever to get out. From
Yeah,
downtown
because
out
they're
here.
starting to like protest. Proud Boys, I heard, are showing up, all that stuff.
The flooding, it even was picked up by Rolling Stones that somebody had drained a pool and it went into the server room.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
So they drained the pool for
I didn't read
whatever
the-
reason. What's that, Lucas?
I didn't read the entire article, but I did see several of them, and one of them that popped out was Rolling Stone about this pool.
Sure. So it's a thing.
That's all
Like
I'm saying.
they're emptying the pool for whatever reason. All those times you empty out your pool in springtime, not in the fall or the winter when you're getting ready, but you empty out in the springtime, and somehow the water just made its way into the server room where all the security footage is. Isn't that interesting? So Anthony Zurcher, BBC, how Biden and Pence classified documents cases compare to Trump's. Aides to Joe Biden discovered classified documents as they were moving boxes out of the president's offices at Washington think tank. And then a second batch was found in a garage at his Delaware home. Former Vice President Mike Pence also made headlines when documents were found unsecured in his home in Indiana. So according to news reports, Mr. Biden's personal lawyers found 10 classified documents, some marked top secret, included in a box of other materials in a storage closet at the University of Pennsylvania's, this is his name of it, Biden Center for Diplomacy and Global Engagement. So a small number of classified documents were found in a second discovery made inside the president's garage at his Delaware home. Mr. Biden said that he was surprised there were sensitive documents at his former office and he was cooperating fully with the review. When a reporter asked him why classified documents were kept alongside his prized Corvette, Mr. Biden said, "My Corvette is in a locked garage, okay?" He's... I don't know if that's how he sounds.
But also it's like he's
the oldest guy ever. It's not like they're sitting out on the street.
But he's currently the president. Like I mean, I guess you're not supposed to have him out of the office, but at least he's the sitting.
No.
Well, here's the question: when were they there? Though were they there?
They could have been there from before.
Yeah, that's the thing.
7 years ago or whatever. Yeah, 7 years ago.
They're not reporting about that. He added, "People know I take classified documents and classified materials seriously. I also said we're cooperating fully, completely with the Justice Department's review." So, Biden's situation, 10 documents.
Not hiding shit.
Yeah, well,
he probably just forgot.
He's an old fucking guy. Forgot. What's crazy is him and Trump are not that different from age. Trump is like all there, super sharp.
Maybe.
Meanwhile, Biden can't walk up a damn flight of stairs.
Yeah. Biden's on some other
some ish. Yeah. But here's the thing, like that, the main difference in this, if we're doing a comparison, 10 documents, not 300. And when they found him, it's like, when they found him, here you go, cooperating fully. Okay, so Mr. Pence always maintained, Mike Pence, always, and here's the thing, he was vice president, so he had access to him too. Sure. So maybe some of Biden's were from when he was vice president. So Mr. Pence always maintained the documents and ended up at his home inadvertently, but he had taken full responsibility for the mistake. Mr. Pence's lawyer said a small number of classified documents were found in his Indiana home in January. The following month, FBI agents conducted a search and found new official papers, including one marked classified. The discovery at Mr. Pence's home was also made by his lawyers, who initiated the search as a precaution after learning about the Biden case. The primary difference is obviously the number, but
they're both cooperating.
When they tried to get the documents, here you go. Come on in, take them, do whatever you got to do. With Trump, what happened? We lost Lucas.
Lucas,
hold on,
computer crash. I didn't want to say interrupt
we lost
you.
Lucas.
I didn't want to interrupt you.
Hey, we got Seth on camera. This is so everyone out there. This is Lucas's cam. You can see the.
He said his computer crashed.
Oh, wonk wonk. All right, we're gonna get Lucas back in. Give us 1 second here. Good Lord. We got Lucas back. Welcome back, Lucas. Glad you could be back. Sorry I lost whatever it is you lost.
My computer just reset by itself, so leave me alone. No,
so the main difference between all of them is that when they tried to... So here's the thing. The National Archives went to Trump and they're like, "Hey, Trump, we're missing some stuff." Primarily, the main thing that, that they're like, "Where's the stuff with you talking to Kim Jong-un? Like, we know these conversations happen. Where's that stuff?" So Trump was like, "Okay, here's some stuff." And then the National Archives is like, "Wait a minute. This isn't even close to the crap that's missing."
That's what I was going to ask. How do they know?
And that's when the FBI, they asked the FBI to step in. That's when the FBI went in and just raided his shit. Because the National Archives was like, "Wait a minute. This is not, this is not the way it's supposed to be." Because they asked for all this stuff. And that's when, like, they started hiding. They started moving boxes. So instead of saying, "You know what, here's everything," they clearly were trying to obstruct justice, and that's the primary difference between. And here's the thing: why would you be obstructing? You have stuff about what type of attack on the U.S. military, on the U.S. soil,
the weak points of the U.S.,
like
weak points of other countries, allies. That's dangerous.
That's like, you have this shit, so why do you have it? And why are you obstructing justice? And why are you trying to keep us, the National Archives, and the United States government from obtaining it? That's the major difference. I feel like that's enough.
But sure. I bet that's still not enough to turn his base.
No, of course not. Of course not, because they're...
Because if he has all that, he can...
They just love Trump, man. They love them some Trump.
If he gives that information to, like, the wrong hands...
Yeah, of course.
So, like... It could
China?
destroy every... Yeah, you know what I mean? Like...
He wouldn't give them to China, but he'd give them to Russia.
He'd sell it. You don't know who he'd sell it to.
Yeah. He might.
Know who he'd sell it to.
His best friend Putin. He doesn't like China, but he loves him some Putin.
Business wise, like, who knows?
Well, they got him elected.
What's that?
They got him elected.
Yeah, he got him. Yeah. Russia got him elected for sure. I mean, they definitely helped, although they're saying it didn't happen, but whatever.
Well,
but
he lost the popular vote.
The fact of the matter is, the difference is he tried to hide it, and the classified stuff, I'm sure that Biden and Pence had it was nowhere near, and they didn't have boxes and boxes and boxes of this stuff stored out where everyone can see in a freaking shower. like in a ballroom, like in a bathroom. Like, come on, guys.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think that some of the stuff is just like conversations that he just didn't want people to know about or hear? Like, you know, obviously the classified, like the extremely classified stuff, the things that can hurt us, yeah, we need those back, like big time. But like, do you think like maybe they just had like a random private conversation? Like me and you have private conversations all the time, but it's all recorded.
Just dirty talking to each other.
But none of those, yeah, right. But none of those conversations are private though. They all happen. You know what I'm saying? Like very rare.
Like on the phone or email, like he just doesn't want everybody to see, so he just grabbed it.
But that's why Hillary Clinton got into trouble, because she was, in fact, I have it. It's up next. But Hillary Clinton was using a private email server to send emails, and because she was doing that, it wasn't part of the national like archives. It wasn't like documented. So that was a part of it as well.
She was using the email she was supposed to be using.
Correct. So I mean.
So if you want to have a private conversation, just use your personal email. And
well, if you want to have a private conversation, you're the president. You're not allowed to have one. Essentially,
yeah. But how are you? That's that privacy thing. That's annoying. That's really annoying.
I hear you, bro. You're president of the United States.
I mean, but you can't take a walk and talk to your friend.
Well, I mean, sure you can, but Secret Service is right there. All right, Eric Tucker, AP. What did Hillary Clinton do? Hillary Clinton relied on a private email system for the sake of convenience during her time as Obama administration's top diplomat. They're saying for convenience, could have been other things. FBI investigators would ultimately conclude that Clinton sent and received emails containing classified information on that unclassified system, including information classified at the top secret level. Of the roughly 30,000 emails turned over by Clinton's representatives, the FBI said 110 emails in 52 email chains were found to have classified information, including some at the top secret level. After roughly year-long inquiry, the FBI closed out the investigation in July 2016, finding that Clinton did not intend to break the law. In an otherwise harshly critical assessment in which he condemned Clinton's email practices as extremely careless, then FBI Director James Comey announced that investigators had found no clear evidence that Clinton or her aides had intended to break the law governing classified information. As a result, he said, FBI Director at the time, no reasonable prosecutor would move forward with this case. Irrelevant Espionage Act cases brought by the Justice Department over the past century all involve factors including efforts to obstruct justice, willful mishandling of classified documents, and indications of disloyalty to the U.S. None of those factors existed in the Clinton investigation, he said. That's in contrast.
Yeah, these all pertain to the Trump case.
Yeah, that's in contrast to the allegations against Trump, who prosecutors say was involved in the packaging of boxes to go to Mar-a-Lago, then actively took steps to conceal classified documents from investigators. So yeah, he packed the boxes up. He got people to move the boxes. It's all on like text messages, phone records, and all that. And then he tried to have them moved again when they came to get the boxes.
Yeah.
Like, what the butt?
Did he not think it was wrong? He has to know.
He thinks that he's above it.
The law.
Yeah. He thinks he's above it.
God damn, bro.
Grab him by the pussy.
You can't even fix it. Like, he can't even... Because if that's the case, he could just put him somewhere nobody would find it.
When you act like that and you still get elected, you think that you can just continue to act like that.
Well, it's almost like a dictator level right now. If that's the case.
That's what he was trying to do.
Yeah,
he was trying to, like, this doesn't even include what he's got going on in Georgia for trying to, like, pressure them into finding more votes, and the January 6th, incitement. Well, those are two things that are going to get
Do you think
him.
it's because he's like always had so much money that he just thinks that anything can happen? Because I've known people that had like, not like more money, but like way more money than we have.
Sure.
That feel like certain things don't apply to them. And I had to check like somebody one time, like, yo, you just can't buy your way out of everything. And like, what do you mean? I'm like, you can't just come in and somebody's like, oh, you got to wait in line. Oh, no. How much do they want? No, everybody cannot be bought. You can't just be a baby and scream and get your way. Like,
but that's the thing. He does get away with it.
Yeah, but
the construction shit that he was doing, he was just
all the people that have sued him for not getting paid over the decades.
Yeah, but he just kept the cases going and going and going until people just backed out and they're like, fuck this.
Because they couldn't afford the lawyers anymore.
It's time for him to learn his lesson.
But here's the thing.
But if he can still run from prison, what's the point?
President.
from prison. He can run for president from prison.
Could you imagine?
A dude gets Secret Service still?
It's embarrassing enough, people.
Would he still need Secret Service?
I mean, I don't know. You're in prison.
Could you imagine Donald Trump getting elected in prison? Holy shnikes.
He would still say he had the biggest crowd.
Yeah, exactly.
That's nuts, bro.
That is nuts. Good Lord. All right. So, Caitlin, what's that, Lucas?
I was going to say with that, their Secret Service is running around trying to figure out what the hell they will do if he does go to prison.
Does Secret Service go in the prison with you? Like
they're trying to
figure that out.
That'll be a first.
Yeah, good Lord. That would be a first.
That's going to be crazy.
Caitlin Lewis, Newsweek, the smoking gun against Trump. The audio tape of Donald Trump discussing a classified document with individuals who did not have security clearance is a smoking gun piece of evidence in the federal indictment of the ex-president, former prosecutor Joyce Vance said. In the 49-page indictment that was revealed on Friday, prosecutors provided a transcription of an audio recording of the former president that was made in July 2021, during which Trump is speaking with a writer, publisher, and 2 members of his staff at the golf club in Bedminster, New Jersey. The tape features Trump discussing a highly confidential record with his guests, and the former president said during the recording that he did not have the document declassified before he left the White House. Quote unquote, Vance said, "This is Trump in essence committing a crime. While he's in the room with these folks on tape, he's actually showing classified material that he's not entitled to have to people who are not entitled to see it, while discussing his guilty state of mind and knowledge that it's a crime at the same time. It's really remarkable," Joyce said. "I can't remember ever seeing anything like this."
Come on, guys. Don't
That's
act like
how big his ego is.
You ever been at work and showed some people some stuff you weren't supposed to show them?
Bro, I watched Survivor. You got anybody here watch Survivor?
Not religiously, but yeah.
Okay, so
only
Survivor.
when I lived with you.
Okay, so Survivor is this show where you go out there and your job is to be the last survivor, and you get voted out. Like every week, somebody gets voted out. But there's this thing called the idol. If you can find it, they used to have clues, but now they just hide these idols and people go out and look for them. And yeah, you can't be voted out. Maybe once, but every freaking show, people find the idol and they can't keep their mouth shut about it. They have to tell. In fact, I just watched an episode yesterday during lunch today.
The minute they find it, they're like, hey.
No, they'll keep it to themselves. But when they want to look cool, or they want to prove loyalty, or they want to move a power play, they were like, "Hey, just so you know, it was me. I found the idol." And then they just literally there's only one time that I can remember where somebody was able to keep it to them freaking selves. And so I could see why Trump would want to just look cool. Trump is completely ego driven. I mean, come on. I mean, the problem is, bro, you're in a room with a publisher and a writer. You think they're not recording you?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, here's a document. His whole thing was, well, I'm president. I can declassify it.
I didn't
declassify it.
Check it
You're
out.
not supposed to freaking see it. Here you go. Like, come on. Come on.
Because he probably thinks they're going to be like, oh my God, that's cool classified document. Can't wait.
I mean, it would probably be kind of cool to see it, though.
Sure. I would love to see the top secret,
the sticker.
Some stuff that we don't all the stuff that's always blacked out, but it's all open.
Well, what about this was before we got back to the show, but what about the guy? What state was it, Lucas? The airman who's
Florida.
Now charged. What is it?
Florida?
No, yeah, right. That's pretty funny, probably. No, but the airman that was just charged for putting stuff on Discord. He was putting all kinds of freaking classified stuff out there, and he just wanted to look cool.
Because he was releasing because the tank designs weren't accurate in video games.
Well, I mean, that's where a lot of them. That's where part of it stemmed from. There's a video game that uses real military stuff, and people are like, "Hey, this is incorrect. You should use this is the specs that it should be." So they literally got some of their original specs that were top secret, posted on there, so the video game makers could actually make this tank up to actual spec.
Wow.
But they just kept going and going.
Fucking nerds.
Yeah, dude. So I mean, that's another one. He just wanted to look freaking cool. So I get it, but dude, come on. Back to what we were talking about. Donald Trump just wanted to freaking show off. Did it in front of a reporter and a freaking publisher. It was recorded. They have it on record. Him doing all this stuff. Bro, is he going to jail?
No.
I mean, I hope so.
No, you say no, Lucas?
Yes, but it's going to be what do they call it?
It'll be like
for the rich people.
Home Fed Club Med.
Home arrest?
Club Med.
Club Fed.
Club Med.
Antoine, you say you hope so.
I
yes
hope
or
so,
no?
but I mean, it's Trump, bro. He always gets away with shit.
I mean,
But also,
same
like,
thing
things,
with
watch
Nixon.
that evidence. They'll probably be like,
going to
"Oh,
jail. He's gonna
I was
be on house
recorded
arrest
without my
the most.
knowledge, so it's inadmissible in court or some shit."
I mean, that's true.
They could be. I don't know.
I feel like, here's the thing. I only want him to because, bro, you can't get away with this. It's not because I hate Trump so much that I just want him to go to jail because I hate him so much. Trump's doing Trump. Trump got to where he is by being Trump. It's working for him. Like, whatever, bro. Trump's on his own freaking path, and it's working for him. Nobody's ever given him a reason to do anything un-Trump. But you can't get away with this, man.
He's going to get like 1 million years.
Yeah, that's straight up traitor shit. You're about to maybe sell potential secrets to.
The worst is going to be like 1 million year house arrest or something like that. Like, they're not going to put him in prison.
I
would love to see him in
feel
an
like he's
orange
got to
jumpsuit,
go for just a little bit,
or
bro.
it's going to be nothing.
But honestly, I can't even say yes or no. I really have no idea.
What do you think? You think he's gonna? You want him to get something?
I want him to get something because you can't get away with this shit.
Because thing
you
is,
can't just steal.
Realistically, he gets convicted. He appeals it. It goes on to the higher. Then it eventually goes to the Supreme Court. He put most of those people fucking up.
But
there.
here's the thing: the judge in Miami is the judge he's going to see tomorrow is Trump appointed. So who knows?
Yeah,
but also some judges don't give a fuck. They're like, all right, I was appointed, but now I'm here for life. So
I mean,
if that's the case, is that a conflict of interest situation? Like you have to recuse yourself?
Yeah, but is the DOJ gonna? I don't know.
Yeah.
If she had said anything, if she would have said anything public about Trump's innocent, then for sure. But if she's kept her mouth shut, because the Disney thing with DeSantis, there was the trial, a judge for that said something just so inadvertent, but it was enough for DeSantis's lawyers to make a stake, and the judge is like, you know what? I'm just going to recuse myself. I'm going to err on the side of caution. But this judge didn't say anything. So
hold on.
See, but also it's going to.
Why you look that up, Lucas?
You never know if she went home and talked about it to her husband or her friends.
Yeah, but it's not in public. So Mary Clark Jelinek and Farouche Amari from AP, Republicans rally around Trump. Imagine that. Today is indeed a dark day for the United States, tweeted House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, soon after Trump said on his social media platform Thursday night that he had been indicted. And McCarthy blamed Biden. Do you think Biden's like, hey, let's make this happen? Come on.
Biden's trying to stay awake, bro.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
He's trying to not need diapers for the rest of his life. So McCarthy blamed Biden, who has declined to comment on the case and said he's not involved in the Justice Department's decisions. McCarthy called it a grave injustice and said that House Republicans will hold this brazen weaponization of power accountable. Republican lawmakers in the House have already laid extensive groundwork for the effort to defend Trump since taking the majority in January. A near constant string of hearings featuring former FBI agents, Twitter executives, and federal officials have sought to paint the narrative of a corrupt government using its powers against Trump and the right. A GOP-led House subcommittee on the weaponization of government is probing the Justice Department and other government agencies, while at the same time, Republicans are investigating Biden's son, Hunter Biden, which we all know. It is a sad day for America, said Ohio Republican Jim Jordan, the House Judiciary Committee chairman, who is a leading Trump defender and ally, in a statement Thursday. God bless President Trump. Trump's first court appearance in the case will be Miami, Florida on Tuesday on the eve of his birthday. And Trump still faces 2 other criminal charges, the investigation from January 6th and the inquiry into Georgia looking into whether he attempted to interfere with presidential election in that state.
It's just so crazy how two-faced they are. Like, because when the whole Clinton shit was going down,
lock her up.
All these emails.
So lock her up because she used a private email server and then deleted the emails. Okay.
This guy's hiding
classified documents on how you could attack America and other countries. And in addition, like, those are just, nuclear secrets. Like, come on, man. And showing them to people that he shouldn't be showing them to. Like, what is wrong with these people?
Look at my toys. Oh, God.
Seriously. Seriously. So I don't know, man. I just don't know how you can defend this. They're finding ways to do so, and that's for sure.
It's
But
the deep state.
yeah,
Against Trump.
yeah. So I mean, that's pretty much all. That's pretty much all we got. Feel free to drop a comment. Tell us what you think. Obviously, none of us here. We should get Ronnie on. We'll get Ronnie on in the next week or two.
Trump supporter. Just
Oh yeah. We'll get
thoughts.
Ronnie on to see what his thoughts are.
We should go to the federal building tomorrow.
I
protest.
wish if I
Have
wasn't,
time.
you
Or
know,
just ask people at the
working.
microphone.
Yeah,
Off.
that would be interesting.
What are your thoughts?
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
Just
not
a
a
white
bad thought.
T-shirt. Just a white T-shirt that says "media" in Sharpie across the front of it.
No,
So
not
you don't
media,
get
that's-
Do we
arrested.
they
need to
get
have
beat
like?
up.
Do we need to actually like register to be like media to do something
No,
like that?
no, you can just go up and talk to people.
I mean, yes.
It's not like you're
Just
lying
do
to
it
the
all
FBI.
gas, no break style. Just wear a suit.
I would lie.
Yeah.
Like they take me, they take me. That's
So we're gonna move into
What? You got beef?
Am I an asshole?
Suck it.
suck it. So Antoine's gonna go first. So he's got a beefy asshole combo.
Right. It's a little beefy asshole combo.
So let's see what you got here, buddy. Are we
right,
gonna
so
start with the
basically-
beef or start with the asshole?
It's beef leading into the asshole.
Okay, let's start with the beef.
So where I live, we have like these fucking ducks everywhere. So I got beef with the ducks, but then it's just
Ducks. Okay, you
ducks.
got beef with
but like
ducks.
You're an asshole.
I'm not done. So like we don't really live around a lake or anything. So like, and then these people are fucking feeding the ducks left and right. The ducks are shitting all over my front porch, nesting, reproducing like crazy. Anyways, so they're
Are you
feeding the
just at
ducks
the
like
ducks?
right next to my front door. So we
Oh,
live-
really?
They're like
Yeah.
walking to your house and feeding.
I
the
mean, I
ducks?
don't know. I don't see them, but I see the fucking
The food.
the food. So we left a
fucking.
note. We're like, hey, please don't feed them right fucking here. So then they started feeding them by their front door. And they have a hose, so they get to hose their shit. I don't have a hose I don't have a faucet there, so it's hard to clean up the duck shit that's there. Anywho, the other day I'm walking out the door and all the ducks are like in front of this lady's front door, the one that feeds the ducks, because they know like she's the one.
She's
that's
got
feeding
the food. She's got the goods.
and the husband opens the door, and I hear him just yelling. He's like in Spanish. He's like, "What the fuck? I get with this bullshit. These fucking ducks are always here." So I'm like, "Oh, I gotta talk to this guy. He's on the same page as me." He's like, "Yeah, my fucking wife feeding the ducks. I keep telling her they're shitting everywhere. This shit." So we're on the same page about that. The other day, I get out of work. I mean, I'm going to work. I leave my house, and there's 3 ducks that are like ran over. So yeah, it sucks. I mean, they were adult ducks. It's, one time it was like a whole like school of baby
Does
ducks.
that no?
almost
That's
got-
better if it's an adult duck. It's not as
versus
little
baby ducks. They didn't even live their lives.
Okay, sure. Okay,
Anyway, still, I felt bad, but it's like that's what you get for feeding the ducks, man. They're just hanging out here.
Instead
They're
of,
not
like,
in their natural
Are we
habitat.
talking like a dozen ducks, dozens of ducks?
Yo,
yeah,
if you live-
this is
if you live
like
in an area where
this is
there's
like
ducks, there's a lot of
25
ducks.
plus,
Okay.
and then every like 2-3 months they're adults again. They're reproducing. There's eggs. Like it's a lot. So anyways, there's 3 dead ducks, guts, blood, all that shit, flies. I go to work, but then my girl tells me, she's like, "Oh, this lady comes outside. She's all like wailing and so depressed and shit."
The one who's
And
been feeding all the ducks?
it wasn't that same lady,
Okay,
but it's still
okay.
probably a duck feeder. She's like, "Oh my God, it's so sad." And my girl's, because we kind of agree. She's like, "Yeah, it's fucking tragic. People shouldn't be fucking feeding them so that they stay here. Because look at this. They could get run over. It's a danger. It's a hazard." Oh my God. So yeah, I got beef with the lady that's feeding the ducks. And yeah,
You're not-
so then
you're
it's
not
like,
an
am I an
asshole.
asshole for
You got
also
beef?
Nah.
like
Am I an
not?
asshole?
No.
I was thinking,
No.
I was
Not
also
a-
thinking like, I don't want to clean this up so that the ducks can see, hey, this is what happens if you hang around here. Look
Oh
at your dead.
wow!
Wow. I don't
Also for the other residents to see, like, yeah, this is what happens when you feed the fucking, like, you're creating this hazard. They shouldn't be in this.
I think you used the most f
Establishment.
bombs ever in
Yeah.
all the
Oh,
shows.
wow.
I forgot to tell
Once
you.
once
we've
I
been-
get on, I get on.
but I started it in this episode. We've been cutting
You
back
changed
on
the
them.
culture.
So that's
today,
that's the
Seth.
beefy asshole. And then I have another one. So there's my roommate who lives with us. She has a dog. He's a little old, but like he kind of smells, and he's just barking all the time. Just
You're an
a car
asshole.
drives by and he fucking barks.
You're an
Sorry,
asshole.
or with that effing cars, he Keeps barking. And low key, deep down inside, I'm just
waiting. You're just
waiting for him to die,
kind of,
to get run over.
That's so sad.
No. He doesn't go outside like that. But he's just like on our front porch.
I feel, and that one, yeah, maybe you're a little asshole.
It's like I walk home. He barks. It's like, bro, you should. I live here, man. Like you should be able to smell.
Once you get in the house, he knows
half a mile
there.
away. Huh?
He knows you're there when you're there. Like when you walk in the
I
house.
don't know, man. He's just always barking. It's like
that's the thing. Like
some dogs are like
shock
that,
bark, though. It's so annoying.
Some dogs are like that.
That's the owner.
But like he reads.
No.
Old dogs smell though. That's the old.
Like
dogs
Layla's
smell.
dog doesn't bark like ever.
I think
unless at like other dogs or he's like really uncomfortable.
Sure.
Like, he's never barks.
I hear you. Well,
So,
I
yeah,
mean, hoping the dog dies, maybe a little assholey, but as far as the ducks, I don't
Whoa.
think so.
He never said that, bro. Why you putting words in his mouth?
That's what he said.
He
pretty
didn't say
much.
it. He didn't say it, but we know what
Are
he
you
means.
hoping the dog dies?
Dude, I dislike that dog.
Okay, that's what
Like,
But
he
he
eats
didn't
my,
say
he eats
that,
my cat's
though. He
food.
Okay.
He eats my cat's food every time he gets access. No, he's just a badly trained dog.
Damn.
All right, so here's my.
You're an asshole.
So this is family related. So here's, as we all know, I'm not gonna use any names, but baby mama decided to move out. This is where Laz gets uncomfortable. He's like, because he's friends. Like
I had
he
to make a
knows her.
decision the other day. We didn't even talk about it.
Oh yeah.
So here's the thing: baby mama moves out, and for those of you following along, we decided we're just not getting along. We were staying together for the wrong reasons. So about 4 nights a week, 5 days a week, depending. Alicia stays here with me, and the other 2-3 days she's with baby mama. We get along fine. Everything's good. Just amicable. Like it's just not working out. So thing is, like baby mama comes over and she's still got some stuff here. And the thing is, I was like, all right, do you want us to each have a set of keys just in case there's an emergency? You can get into my place, or you need to come over here, and I need to get in your place. You get over there. What's that?
She's not going to say yes to that.
And of course, she said no, of course. So, which is fine. But here's the thing: like, it's like the 9th. She didn't actually like move out until like the 9th, even though she had the other place. She's really trying to like stay here for a long period of time. So she comes to pick up our little girl. Stays here. It was very nice. She like put Alicia's. She put Alicia's clothes away, folded them, emptied the dishwasher, like no big deal. But then after the conversation about the keys, I'm like, all right, so no problem. Give me the
Leave your
keys.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. So she comes over. This was Sunday when she's coming to pick Alicia up. She comes over, doesn't even like call. Just like shows up, unlocks the door, comes in, starts cooking herself breakfast, and then gets her mom and dad on FaceTime from another country. And I had just cooked lunch for Alicia. I got her lunch ready, just about to serve it. But of course, because she got grandma and grandpa on the phone, Alicia did not even pay attention at all to the lunch, never ended up eating it. So, I was like, all right, well, can I have the keys? And it was like a big deal. It was like, well, I don't know why you're being this way, and I don't know why you're acting this way, and this and that. And well, I mean, you have your place, I have mine, and I just feel like she's like, well,
you just have to set the boundaries.
Boundaries, yeah. I don't think you're an asshole.
all right, good. Just making sure.
For once, you're not an asshole.
All right, thank the Lord.
I do have my baby
Jeez.
mama's keys, but it's only because I have to drop them off or pick them up when she's not there.
But it's
Which is fine. Seth
but
is literally
bro.
like, hey,
Yeah, but
we
like,
should each
I
have a set of
definitely-
keys for that purpose.
I
I'm not
definitely
going to stalk
don't-
you and open your...
But I definitely don't go to her house and just start doing random shit. Like once
Like,
you
bro,
left, you don't live here anymore.
Opened the door, didn't call, just came in, used the keys, opened the door, got like grandma and grandma on the phone.
I still
and then,
think
like,
all that
cooking-
could have been justified if I'd at least like, hey, I'm coming over.
Coming over. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. And I still exactly like
What if
And I
you're just
told her.
like stark naked, banging who
Well,
knows who?
Maybe not with Alicia here, but
No, I
still,
mean, what if she's
I would've
dropping
told her,
Alicia off and she just
wait
comes out? Yeah.
30 minutes so she can eat her lunch and then come over and do whatever you want. But she never ate her lunch. I ended up having to eat it. So like, it was just so, yeah, all right.
Are
good,
you
not an
complaining
asshole.
that you had? Are you complaining that you had to eat another lunch?
Well,
that you
yeah,
made?
bro. Look at this. Look at this. This doesn't just happen, Lucas.
Oh God.
Come on.
Yeah,
Nah, but at the end of the
I
day,
lost
know,
25 pounds.
you guys are
I
gonna
know,
have
I
to
had-
set those type of boundaries because you don't know what she got going on over there, and she doesn't want you to know what she has going on over
And
there.
that's fine, dude.
Which is okay.
But it is okay. But at the same
But it
time,
can't go both ways.
At the
It's
same
either
time,
one or the
yeah,
other.
you
She has
can't.
to. She has to respect your home.
And
She
not
can't
give me
have
shit
your
about
keys,
it.
and you can't.
She's like, well, I still have stuff here. It's like, well, it's the freaking
Get
9th.
your stuff.
It's the 9th.
Like,
you
it
have
doesn't-
plenty of time. I offered to drive a truck for her, offered to move her stuff. And
Put in
that day,
boxes.
she's grabbing, like, okay, she grabs her stuff, starts taking it out of the car. I was like, would you like her to help? No. It's like, I literally have offered to help her. She's too proud.
Not your problem.
Too proud to even let me, like, help her like, carry a box, dude. Like, come on.
It's that Eastern
over it.
Bloc.
It's better for you.
Oh, for sure it's better for me, bro. I'm chilling,
Man,
bro.
I'm not even allowed. All right, I'm not supposed to choose sides, bro. Keep it moving.
Yeah, well, you
Not
did
on
choose
not on the
sides.
air.
Well, I'll tell you what, man.
Like-
All I can say is, bro, I am so happy. Do I miss her a little bit? Of course. But am I happier? 100%. If you notice, when you guys walked in, I have my gaming chair right in front of the TV. Haven't touched my Xbox for 2 freaking years. Started making music that I haven't like made in like a long freaking time. You know, just started doing stuff that makes me happy, and it's freaking great. So you know what? I'm gonna clap that up for myself. That's right.
Is that a suck it?
Yeah, it sounded like a suck
you know
it.
what? You know what? That is a suck it. You're absolutely right. Whoops.
Lance, Antoine, do me a
Suck it.
favor. Check the kitchen. See if he has an I hate myself shelf.
No, there's still not a bunch of junk food here, Lucas.
Why? Yeah.
No, because
I was
when
gonna
I
ask,
was
what's
in
an I
great
hate
shape, and then
myself
Lucas
shelf?
moved in and started buying a bunch of cookies and donuts and shit.
You can have snacks at home and don't eat them.
No, I can't.
Oh, you're gonna eat them. That's
Yes.
the problem. Oh, okay.
Even when I was smoking weed, but even not smoking weed anymore, you know, I still would destroy any sugar that touches my lips. So I just can't do it, man.
That's what he calls me, sugar.
Yeah, okay. Brown sugar, babe. I get high off the love. I don't want to behave. Anyone? Brown sugar? D'Angelo? Anyone? No?
Back in the day.
It's all right.
No, I hear brown sugar and I think of that 70s show.
Yeah, fair enough. So anybody else? Beef, asshole, suck it? So yeah, I guess that was a am I an asshole, suck it combo. Suck it.
And beef.
So, I mean, she realized she'd be
beef.
better by herself. I realized I'd be better by myself. So it's just great. Although last night was the first night that Alicia wasn't here. It's a little sad. So sad. I had to call Lena just to check up to make sure she's doing okay.
Take your break, bro.
Oh,
Trust
I'm
me.
loving it.
Like,
I'm loving it.
I had a free week. I had a free pass since Wednesday.
Yeah,
I'm like vibing
nice.
right
What's that, Lucas?
I was going to say, I do have a slight beef.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
What? You got
First time I've
Better
taken
not be as
vacation.
shitty as your WTF news.
No. First time I've taken
WTF
vacation.
news. Horses aren't allowed to pull carriages anymore. What is this? Arr.
First time I've actually taken vacation for
Yeah.
a vacation.
Oh, staycation.
My
shit.
management knows about this. I'm still getting emails about work.
Yeah,
about
Of course, you're gonna get
Welcome
emails
to
about
Earth,
work,
bro.
bro.
Yeah, you're
Really?
CC'd on that shit. What'd you
Welcome to Earth. I'm sorry you
Yeah,
actually
I-
have a real job for once.
You can set your email to be like, I'm out of the office for like.
I still get the emails from the same people.
Listen, Lucas. He's like, I have a real job, guys. I'm getting emails on my
You get
vacation.
emails for 10 years, bro. Like it doesn't matter. Like
Good Lord. Way to go, Lucas. All right. Well, that being the case,
Laz's Corner of Positivity.
oh my god.
wrap it up.
I'm happy with it, but I wasn't very happy with it, but it's fine.
Wait,
Illinois
you're happy with the story?
with my positive story.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
Oh my god. I'm very positive. Look.
Your fungal force cleared up.
As long as you're not HIV positive.
Yeah, right.
Oh god. Hey, you can live with that now.
That's true.
It's like a cold. I mean, I don't know. I'm just talking shit. Like, this Illinois billionaire has promised to give away his fortune.
Billionaire?
Yeah.
Illinois billionaire?
Yep.
Okay.
A billionaire
Nice.
from Illinois has just signed the giving pledge, promising to give away most of his $1 billion fortune. His name is Michael Krasny. Was born in Illinois in 1953. Graduated from University of Illinois. He started selling computers around 1984 and sold the company to Madison Dearborn Partners for $7.3 billion.
Wow.
He has a net worth of $1.3 billion now. He's a philanthropist.
And we spent
And
$6 billion.
he founded the Circle of Service Foundation, a foundation that supports organizations to focus on community services, education, and the underserved population. Jewish community.
I thought you said undeserved. I was like, wow.
I'm like, whoa,
Wow.
underserved.
So they deserve it all of a sudden, or
underserved. Medical research, environmental causes, like all the stuff that you would. And he pledged to give away all of the money when
so
he's done.
the giving pledge. I think it was either.
Does he
I
have
feel
any
like
kids?
it was Warren Buffett, or it was Bill Gates. One of the two of them started it. I think actually it was Bill Gates. But they're like, going all the billionaires like, listen, pledge to give away most of your money when you die, and to give it to charity, to give it to this or that, and a lot of them are signing up for it. So yeah, we definitely appreciate that. Another one signing up. That's a pretty beautiful thing.
It's amazing.
Pretty and beautiful. Look at that.
It's probably so they get a good tax break.
Well,
Come on,
after
you
they
can't get a
pass
tax
away-
break when you're dead.
Jeez, good
Oh,
lord.
God. Just they're going for ruining the positivity.
So
you know what's hard about this? I'm not that positive like all the time anymore. So it's like I really have
tough
to
to
like
be.
look for something. Like
hey, that's why we do it, bro. To keep you, keep you nice and smiley. Look at that beautiful smile.
I'm always smiling.
It's like it got a big penis in front of him.
Oh
Look
God,
at that.
that's okay.
So really quick update: the plane crash. So yeah, the Bud Light. Good lord,
Hold on, this
It was so funny.
we
when
were
you
talking
thought-
about that iconic blue bottle too. It's really iconic. What's that, Lucas? There it is. There's that smile. So
oh God.
yeah. So long story short, the plane crash. So they lost contact with the plane that crashed in Virginia literally minutes after it took off. So they think that it just wasn't pressurized. Don't they have sensors for that though? It just doesn't make any sense.
I mean, they should.
They should.
You would think there would be. I haven't flown planes that are pressurized, so I don't know.
Sure.
But I mean, some kind of
He
alarm
didn't
or
take that
something
class
which
yet.
should go off.
It's getting there. But here's the thing. So that plane could have been on autopilot for like almost the entire trip.
Oh,
This is
really?
crazy. Yeah.
Wow.
Because they
Yeah.
lost communication minutes after it took off.
On autopilot, can the plane change direction?
It did. I mean,
it went up there and
New
came
York
back.
It came back, so it had to have.
It depends on the plane, but yeah, you can just like basically
Set the course and go.
right. You set your course, and then you set it to autopilot. It'll fly that course.
But what happens when it gets to where it's supposed to go? I guess it turns around. It's like, all right, time to go home.
I
That's
do
what's
not
kind of
know.
weird. But the people who are following on the F-16 also said they saw frost on the inside of the windshield as well.
Which would explain the depressurization.
yeah. So
And he also said they saw them like slumped over, so they were passed out.
yeah, they're out, man. So that's pretty
That shit
much
happens in a second. It's crazy because like hypoxia, you get like the side effects
Euphoric.
you get right.
happy.
So you'll feel fucking great, and you're like, oh, this is awesome, and you pass out.
Oh, so
pass out,
they're
yeah.
still alive, but they just passed out, and then that's it.
So what happens
Well,
is
I mean, eventually, I think you lose. You might. I don't know. It depends how much oxygen.
you black out. But there's
you could-
pilots go through like training to recognize the effects of hypoxia. So they start to feel this, and they're like, "Holy shit, I need to dive like now."
At
But
least they died peacefully.
yeah, sure.
But
I
also
mean,
planes that are pressurized, in theory, they have like a tank of oxygen somewhere.
if you
At least for
know.
the pilots,
yeah,
you should
But
have
clearly, he
oxygen.
didn't realize,
Yeah, no,
and
for
he had
sure
flown
did
for like 20 some years. Like he
yeah,
was a
but if
pretty
you
well.
fly for 20 years and you
That
never
never
have that
happens.
issue, you just
Yeah,
don't
that's
think
true.
about
I
it.
guess that's true. So, all right. Well,
crazy.
that's pretty much it. We're going to wrap it up. This is Seth in mic 1. That is Laz in mic 2.
Oh.
That is Lucas in mic 3. What? Is your mic on?
Hey,
There you go. There you go. And then we got Antoine in mic 4. Thanks for coming back. Appreciate it. Say hi to Brittany. So, all right. So we'll see you guys next week, right? Next week. I think Michelle's coming on, so it should be a good show. We'll see you guys. Boom.